When Heyday Inboards came on the scene, their mission was to introduce the first truly affordable wake sports boat. And that WT-1 made huge waves in the industry. Now, of course, the plan is to expand on it. So in this Mydealers.ca digital test drive, we're going to look at the 2017 Heyday Inboards WT-2. With a length overall of 23 feet, this brand new WT-2 was the big sister to the WT-1. They went from a center console to a more people-friendly side console layout. This is new to the inboard industry and it's going to turn some heads. Forward of the side console helm, there's a huge trunk that you can toss tons of life jackets, safety kits, anything that you need tucked away. There's a large, spacious L seat on the port side with a backrest. And behind that, there's two pod chairs. The helm on the WT-2 remains simple with that dual row of toggle switches and of course that tilt steering and that ergonomic throttle. Moving to the stern, they changed things up again with what Heyday's describing as their hot tub style seats. You'll notice these seats have a natural bend in them with a backrest on each side. So this means you're going to be in a comfortable seating position whether you're facing forwards or backwards. There's a large sun pad under the engine doghouse, and what I like what Heyday has done with this boat is they've put non-skid soft touch matting around all the edges for where you're going to be walking. The WT-1 already threw an impressive wake, but now when you go bigger with more people and more ballast, the wave should be better as well. So let's grab the boards and see for ourselves. I love the power to weight ratio in both the WT-1 and now this WT-2. It's not as substantial in the WT-2 because this boat is going to be bigger and heavier, but there's still just so much power and torque out of the hull, and that's going to be great for surfers, wakeboarders, especially when you have this boat loaded up with people and full of ballast. Time on both boats. I gotta say, one of my only really complaints is I would like to see this tower moved a little bit more forward. I'm running directly into the sun, and if I had this bimini, you know, a foot and a half forward, I would be protected, especially once we get into midday. You're gonna want to spend a long time out on the water with this boat, so you want the driver to be out of the sun. I must say, I am impressed with this WT-2. It's a value inboard, but sitting in it doesn't feel this way. It feels like it's well built, which means it probably is. There's no water noise coming up through the hull. It's nice and quiet, but yet I can hear the water breaking behind me, and then I can hear a faint rumble of the motor. That's it. And that's kind of what you want in a boat. It's definitely built more than the price tag might lead you to believe.
With just 2 people on board and stock ballast, the WT-2 put out a fantastic wave. It's clean with a nice ramp thanks to the flat bottom and rounded chines on the WT-2, allowing the water to break cleanly off of it. This was my first time surfing with a river current, so we had to play around with the speed depending on if we were going with or against it. The wave was forgiving and had plenty of push. Even as a bigger guy who rides a smaller board, I didn't have to work to stay on the wave. I have a more aggressive surfing style, and the wave allowed me to surf the way I like, but also still chill out and slash and cruise when I wanted. For a value-priced surf boat, this was certainly not a value-priced wave.